All right. Good morning, everyone. Whoever's listening here, this is a blessing from my heart to your heart. This is just a guided audio process / blessing, which is a word given to strengthen, to encourage, to energize, to enliven, to bring your awareness back to awareness of the fact that you are more than you've ever imagined yourself to be. Because you're more than your mind. You're more than you can imagine. You're more than you can think. You're more than you can feel. You're more than what's going on in your body. You're more than what's going on in the world around you. You are so much more than that. Infinitely more than that. And when you realize this as a direct experience, there's a great freedom. The world and its happenings can go on around you, no matter what's going on, no matter what people are saying or doing or not saying or not doing. You know who and what you are. You are pure peace. You are the being of beings. And this gives you a sense of aliveness. And you can let go and detach and disidentify with all the limitations that are out there in the world that you're experiencing, or that are in there inside of the mental, emotional, and somatic or bodily sensation domain, where you're feeling different sensations, feeling different things happening. And no matter what's going on in your experience, you can release from all of that and just observe all of that and begin to experience immediate, tremendous peace. And so that is my blessing today, this word that I'm giving that will, in my intention, guide you back to a realization of the freedom that you already are. There's nothing about you that needs to be changed. There's nothing about you that needs to be fixed. The conditions in your life that you are resisting, complaining about, upset with, or frustrated by are not as real as you have believed them to be. And when you start to realize this, it's not that they're not there, but when you can release the grip you have upon the belief and the assertion that it is the way it is, at least the way that you see it or experience it, you can actually gain a new perspective, a new point of view. You actually release the awareness that you are from the condition. And the condition may stay the same. For example, maybe your financial situation isn't what you want it to be or hope it would be. And that's bringing you a certain feeling of frustration or hurt or disappointment or discouragement, unhappiness. And what I'm saying is that without the changing of the financial situation, you can still experience peace. And here's what's cool about that. You're more likely and going to be way more effective in reality from what I've discovered and learned in life, to be able to create the money that you need to overcome whatever challenge you're facing if you're living in a state of happiness and freedom. So if you can give yourself this, and you can, if you choose to give yourself this freedom from the attachment to how things should or shouldn't be, whatever it is, whether it's some relationship situation, your monetary situation, maybe it's a health condition. I'm not saying that you deny what's there as if it's not important to look at, but it's how you relate to it that can change. And the way you relate to it, you can see the things that you would consider to be problems in your life. You could see the way the things are unfolding that you would like to be different, but you can release the attachment to them being different and begin to bring an experience of acceptance to it for what it is. And what this does is it gives you freedom in being with it just the way it is. And you're not emotionally and psychologically compromised. You're not under stress and compulsion to change, fix it, or control it. You're in a space of pure awareness, and you're going to have way more creative intelligence. Your problem-solving skills and abilities are going to be much, much higher. So take a look at your life right now. Take a look at anything out there, relationship-wise, business, career-wise, family-wise, whatever might be going on out there, people, places, and things. Or take a look at what's going on inside, in your own mind, in your own body, in your own emotional state, or what's been going on, the memories you have of how things haven't been working. And the good news is here that you can realize that you're not your memory. You're not actually identified in reality with the history that you have, those are recorded experiences. And what's really cool about this, this work that I do, and that I'm offering you through this blessing today on Sunday, is that you can realize that you are not bound by or identified with the memories of your experience. You can witness them, and you can be released from the impact, the effect that they have on your body, right? If you remember something that was unhappy or disappointing, it's like all of a sudden you can start to feel all of those sensations in the body. And so that can happen consciously, but it also happens to most of us very unconsciously. In fact, we go through life and we're operating in this present moment, right here, right now, and all the memories and the conclusions, the pain, the pleasure, all of that is accessible via the brain and the nervous system and the body, because the information coming in is being scanned by such parts of your brain as the amygdala to check and see if there's anything that's potentially threatening or dangerous. And the way the human machinery works is that it does this to aid our survival, and it can be beneficial, and it can be very detrimental. And that's the source of our triggers and our reactions to life. But most of us don't realize we're going through life, and the amygdala, that part of our brain that's scanning for a threat, can be hyper vigilant. It can be so alert that it's actually overlaying onto our present reality some past experience, because it's trying to warn us. But it may not be true. It just may be similarities. And this can be very consuming. And through these types of processes and this blessing that I'm giving, a blessing of prosperity and abundance and peace, of awareness, of freedom from those components of your mind, your emotions, your body that seem to dominate and control your experience and cause suffering and pain and disease, can be released. You can let go of them. You can move out of them, and begin to experience a life of freedom by continually doing this type of inner work that I'm speaking about. And so today, this blessing is just sharing with you some free guidance, some free communication and information around what inner work is. And I believe that what I'm sharing with you, if listened to wholeheartedly, you can start to experience freedom just by listening to this message. So may you be strengthened with power according to the glorious inner wisdom that's always there with you as pure awareness. You are alive in a way that maybe you've never quite realized, but it's always there. See, when I work with people, I've come to know by my own direct experience that nobody's broken, actually. But there are certain functions of the mind, emotion, and body system that can be conditioned to have a person believe or be chronically experiencing suffering or limitation. But the good news is, and this is really good news, is that regardless of what's going on in your mind, body, emotions, or even the world around you, the actual essence of being, that is your true nature, is untouchable. It's unscathed. It's completely whole. It's totally innocent. It never, ever, ever changes. And what I primarily do with my work is I assist people in realizing this by direct experience. There's nothing to believe. I'm not asking you to accept my communication as if it's true, but I will ask you to take a look, and I will guide you, and I will give you that guidance to help you discover for yourself the difference between what's happening in your mind, your emotions, and your body versus the awareness you are of all of that. And as you experience this for yourself, it becomes very present and real for you. And it becomes more of your consistent way of being and experiencing life. And so when you realize that you are the awareness that everything is happening in or upon, you're free. You are totally free to be with everything that is there. You take nothing personally. You begin to experience a deconditioning of the habitual reactions, the various forces, the impulses of efforts to control, to fix, to manipulate, to gain approval, to defend, to attack. All those reactive forces that cause suffering can be relieved. So this is the blessing for this Sunday, just sharing my heart with yours. And I wish you an amazing rest of the day and an amazing week ahead. Okay, so continue tuning in, and feel free to reach out if you have any questions, thoughts, or concerns. If this inspired you, I'd love to hear about it. Leave your comments. If you'd like to learn more about this type of work, you could always reach out to me. I'd be happy to exchange a chat with you and let you know what it can do for you depending on what your challenges are. So, all right, Vince Polito, signing off with love and gratitude in my heart for you and just being a part of my life through this beautiful Facebook platform. Take care.